Morning, guys. We are going to go over section 2 of the creating a business assignment that was posted yesterday. Before we do, we have two important vocab words to go over. Don't let these vocab words scare you. The formulas for them are pretty easy, or calculating both of these things are fairly easy. So when you have a business and you're calculating your gross revenue, that's just the money you made on the goods that you sold, like taking the amount of things that you sold times the price to figure out how much you made. Your net revenue is the money that you made after taking into account your expenses. So those expenses could be rent for the building that you have for your store, your website for your store, your employees, paying the electricity to run the building, materials for the goods, so on and so forth. So your gross revenue is like this, right? Where it feels like you have a lot of money, and then your net revenue would be something like this after you've paid all the bills. Whatever your leftover is like your profit, kind of. Okay. So section 2 looks something like this. We just have 5 and 6, and they both have like an A, B, C, and a D. All right, I'm going to go over 5A and 6A, so that way you get some free answers and you know how to do the rest by yourself. All right, so 5 is all about gross revenue. In order to find gross revenue, we just need to take the numbers of items sold, multiply it by the price for that item. So for example, in 5A, the total number of bouncy balls sold at this particular store was 179. The price per bouncy ball is 150. So all we are doing is taking 179 times 150. And that would be your answer. And I did promise you some free answers. So if you multiply those through, you get $268.50. All right, and it's that easy. Now, if you were like doing an actual factual store, and like let's say you had a bookstore, each and every title or type of book would be a different thing to calculate for your revenue, for your gross revenue, because they're different items and they have different prices. Like you would need to calculate them separately. You couldn't just add up all of the things sold in your store multiplied by a price because they all have different prices. But for section 5A, all you're doing is multiplying the number of items sold times the price, and that is it. Okay, number 6A, net revenue. Remember, net revenue is the amount that you made while including the expenses, like the amount you had to spend in order to make that money, if that makes sense. Okay, so in order to find that, we're going to take the number of goods sold times the price of that good, subtract the expenses. So we have, this is actually supposed to say golf clubs. I accidentally wrote golf balls, but it doesn't really matter because it's going to be the same answer. So the number of golf clubs sold was 98. The price per golf club was $80. So first we're going to find that to figure out the gross revenue, and then we're going to calculate for the total expenses to figure out the net revenue. So the gross revenue for this is $7,840, but net revenue accommodates or accounts for the expenses. The expenses in this case was $213.45. So we're going to subtract $213.45 from our gross revenue. And when we do that, we get $7,626.55. That's it. That's all you're doing for section 2. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Yeah, see you later.